reactions. What's the topic today? Look, you never know. It's DeeDeesReactions, real life reviews with a real one for show.
Word to my dad, y'all better hope I never become president of the United States. First rule is going to be mandatory. There's going to be cameras in women's bathrooms. If it's more than one stall, there's going to be a camera in there. Not in the stall. It's going to be facing to see who comes out the stall so I can timestamp it. Because I need to figure out who's leaving the bathrooms the way they are. At the bar, at a concert, at work. Smeared on the walls. Y'all got blood, tissues, pee everywhere. What is y'all talking about? Like, what are we really doing for real?
Wait a minute now. Let me just give my little 2 cents real quick before we could listen. I'm glad I'm not the only one who notices this and kind of speaks out on it from time to time. But come on now, ladies. Women, like, come on. We all, you go somewhere. Like she said, if you work somewhere, you go to work, concerts, wherever there's women's bathrooms. Like, that's the question I always, who is nasty like this? What are you doing? Somebody's doing it. Like she said, you just pull your tampon out all bloody and just throw it on the floor. You know what I mean? Just like, who is doing this? These are some nasty individuals. And listen, I know that's probably not going to happen where they put the cameras in the bathrooms, but baby, I would like to know who's walking out and leaving that too. Like, once they come out the stall, then the camera can automatically move inside to see what they left in timestamp, because somebody is nasty. Somebody don't have no home training. Somebody is doing this nasty stuff, and we don't know who, because everybody gonna act like, who did it? Who? Not me. Everybody gonna act like they the one that walked in after the last person, but somebody is leaving the bathrooms nasty like that. And that means, to me, you have no home training. You don't know. You're just filthy, nasty, and I mean, them be the ones that walk past you and you like, oh Lord, what's that smell? You know what I'm saying? So who's doing that? Because I would like to know too, because that's nasty. That's why I don't even like to use public bathrooms. They're so nasty, especially in the women's bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like to tell the men's bathroom is so nasty, baby. The women's bathrooms be filthy. And you're thinking, like, what's so hard about you going into the bathroom and just take a pee, urinate, do what you gotta do, freshen, come out. But they be and first off, who's shitting in public bathrooms? Because I don't do it. I'm just saying, who's doing the number 2 in a public bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, that's that. But somebody apparently is, because it be really nasty and it smells horrible. When you mix all them fluids together, it just smells bad. So child, I'm glad she brought it up. Let's continue.
Then y'all get up online trying to act like y'all so high sedity princesses. Who the is you? Princess Swamp Fiona? Big ass, ogre ass butt leaving shit everywhere. Who the is raising y'all for real? And I would hate to have to be a janitor and clean up after y'all. Y'all are grown ass women. Like, if you mad, what are you smearing? Just know, and you're going minimum 10 years. If I find out who's leaving the bathroom like this as president of the United States, and we time check that shit, because you leave the bathroom, then the next person that comes is going to be like, oh my God.
Right.
And then I'm going to have the timestamp to see who big, fat, ugly ass came out the bathroom before that girl gasped. You're going to jail.
That would be something, though. That would be something, because, baby, listen, I don't know if men have ever walked into the ladies' bathroom or walked into the, public restrooms where the women are, but a lot of those bathrooms be filthy. You know what I'm saying? Nasty. You like, what the hell are y'all doing in here? Like, are you missing the toilet on purpose? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I wouldn't even want to. It just makes me want to gag thinking about it. It's just so nasty. And while I know this is not everyone, somebody is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to claim they're not doing it, but somebody is doing it. Once again, it's just, I don't understand why they got to be so nasty and filthy. Like, is this what you do when you're at home? Do you just shit on your floor? Like, what do you do? Like, what is your toilet, like, got all kind of nastiness on it? Like, what do you do at home? Because to me, it's an example of how you are. You just don't clean up behind yourself. You just, you don't care. It's no big deal. Because what I think is nasty could be considered nasty to the next person. What I deem clean may not mean the same thing for somebody else. Everybody have their different ways of how they clean and how they deem how they look at cleanliness and what's clean enough or what's not clean enough. Like everybody is not the same. So some people don't take baths or showers or anything. Some people think they could take a shower or a bath once a month. They think that that's fine. Oh well, I don't have to clean even though you're taking a boo-boo. You pooping every day and you're peeing every day. And as far as women, you're having them menstrual cycles every month. And you just think that you're not supposed to like clean your body with some soap and water, but once a month, and that's okay. I mean, some people don't believe in baths at all. Like, and they think, oh, I'm fine. I just take a wipe, or they'll take a wipe or a wipe here and there. And I think wiping here and there with like a wipe is to freshen up on a daily basis, not your end all be all. It doesn't replace a bath or a shower. You know what I'm saying? That's just supposed to be extra, in my opinion. Some people look at it as a wipe as your bath, and they do that once a month, and they don't think about, cleaning between the cracks and the crevices, your belly button and your toenails and the crack of your toes and, your feet. You see some people, their feet is dirt, just black. And they don't get that. It don't bother them. They get in their bed and put them black feet in the bed. They don't care. They're like, oh, that's no big deal. That's everybody is different. That's all I'm saying. Everybody is not the same, but I'm just saying, like, you just know, and if as a woman, if you don't clean your butt and you don't clean your cooch, you know, all day, like you can go all day and sweaty and stuff. So for some of us, you gotta get in that shower. You gotta take a bath. But some people, if you don't clean your cooch and your butt for days and days, it's gonna smell. And even if you use a little wipe, to me, those wipes don't do justice. You gotta really clean with some soap and water. You gotta get up in there and really clean, and you know what I'm saying, and freshen yourself up. Not just a wipe. It's not gonna do it. What they call a bird bath. That's not gonna suffice. You're gonna be, you gotta really clean yourself, soak that thing and clean yourself and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing hard about it. But once again, what's cleanliness to me means something else for somebody else. And so if you're like that at home, when you go out in public, what do you expect? Let's be the ones who don't, see a problem with throwing their pads on the floor and having all kind of poop and fluids all over the place. This is disgusting. And they don't see nothing wrong with it. And they don't care if somebody else walking behind them. They don't care how it smells. It'll just be a mixture of funkiness in the bathrooms. It's just nasty, and I just don't understand it. But I always, oh my God, I walked in one bathroom at the doctor's office, and baby, I almost passed out. I had to cover my mouth. I'm just saying, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it definitely was. I felt like I was gonna throw up, and I don't know what's going on. People have things going on, it ain't my business. But I'm just saying, what in the world is that? Now, everybody, as women, we go through our feminine things and stuff like that, and you're gonna smell. Everybody gonna smell at some point. If you're gonna be real, your armpits gonna get musty. Mustiness is a thing. Right? Come on, and then you sweat under your armpits, you sweat down there, you sweat all over. So you sweat. You got to clean that. You just can't sweat and just let it get musty and just let it sit there and marinate, and you not clean it. Like, come on, and then be the ones be all over social media acting like they too good and too cool for school, and they're so this and so that, and be stinking like you wouldn't believe. But listen, yeah, something has to be done about that. I'm glad she brought that up. I don't know if people need jail time.
Oh my God.
But something like somebody need to learn how to wash or something. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I want to hear what you got to say, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.